I was Ayana, it's not you. Like she was referring.
No, Amhara.
Thank you.
I'm saying sorry.
So the thing is, there are some points which were raised earlier about genocide, and one of it was if the UN does not recognize a certain genocide, nobody can call it a genocide. But yet we find the Armenian genocide. It happened in 1904, but it was recognized like 20 years ago, which is 30 years ago, which is 1985. So that means the Armenian people believe that there was a genocide on them. Genocide happened on them by the Ottoman Turks, yet the UN did not recognize it for a while, right? Because even the UN was not established back then. So also in Iraq there was a genocide on a certain people. It's called the Anfal genocide. It happened in 1986, but it was recognized on 2010. So the Amhara genocide is happening now, and the UN is not recognizing it because they're not working on it. Just like the Armenian genocide, they stayed for almost 100 years. Just like the Anfal genocide, they stayed for like 20, 30 years after the genocide, but yet they still recognize it. So the West always recognize something when it gets a bit of beneficial for them. For example, when they want to attack the Ottoman Turks, they recognize the Armenian genocide. Why they didn't recognize the Armenian genocide back in the 1940s, back in the 1930s? The Armenians were protesting like in New York, in London, in almost everywhere in the world, saying that we are passing through a genocide. No one cared, right? Yet the genocide happened. So the other thing is, he mentioned about Gregor Stanley, the 10 steps of genocide. This is just one person's idea about this. Now it's adopted by the Genocide Watch, but still
I did not mention Gregor Stanley. I mentioned the
You say that there are for a genocide to happen, we need to pass the 10 stages. No, but that is just a single person's.
Yeah, please correct him. I said 2, not 10.
Okay. Anyways, there are no any guidelines for a genocide to be checked. There for the UN, what they do is they collect data. Then they will say if the politics favor the West, they will say genocide happened in this area. For example, when we look into Rwanda, nobody cared when the Rwandan army, especially which is led by the Paul Kagame army, was fighting against the genocide at Abahutu military faction. Nobody cared. Even the West didn't care about it, right? Yeah. Yet Paul Kagame was fighting against that genocide, and we have seen that Rwanda has been freed from those genocidal actors, and we have not seen any West supporting Paul Kagame. Even Paul Kagame was very cornered by especially the French media and the Belgian medias. So now also, the Fano are saying, because before we raise arms against this government, the Ethiopian Abiy Ahmed Ali government, we have been protesting peacefully, saying that our people are passing through a genocide, so please stop it for 2-3 years. Then the Tigray war has erupted, and after that, the government come to our doors and try to disarm our people, so that we can die without defending ourselves. Imagine. There are people who are passing through a genocide. They have small arms. At least they can protect themselves. At least, and the government come to our doors and try to disarm our people, like the peasants. So the peasants are now out and about and saying, "We're Fano. We are not going to give up our arms. Now we'll be fighting a genocidal regime." That's what's happening now in Ethiopia. So the peace, some of the government cadres and cronies, like our brother here, Ayana, talking about, is nowhere to see, because we have seen this government having a 2-year bloody war with Tigray. Then in no time, the government's having another bloody war with us, with Amharas. Imagine the government investing thousands and hundreds of thousands of US dollars on drones, and yet using it on civilians, Amhara civilians. Most of the drone strike areas are churches and schools. Drones are specific, target specific weapons. The people can see before they drop the bombs because they have cameras, right? They see if that place is a church. They see if that place is a school. They see if there are women and children in those areas. Yet they decide to bomb those kids and children and priestesses. They have killed more than 150 priestesses, clergy in learning in Goja. So this happened not only in Amhara region, but also the Amharas who are living in Addis Ababa were like, their houses were like burnt, their houses were demolished for the sake of, the road expansion projects or this, planting trees projects. This is a strategic way of, kicking out Amharas from the capital of Ethiopia.
That is genocide. That is
a genocide. Thank you. That is a genocide. Yeah, they create a system where, imagine, planting trees. For you to plant a tree, you need to kick out a civilian. Which one is a tree or a human being? Is like if you put a tree and a human being in a table.
It's human being.
Human beings are better, right?
Of course.
Yeah. The whole project is about planting trees, planting grasses. The funny thing is planting grasses. For that to happen, they are evacuated. They are literally like pushing out Amharas. Thousands, like in the skirts of Addis Ababa, the outside boundaries of Addis Ababa, they kicked out more than 40,000 Amharas in a week. The people were running for their life. They were bringing heavy machinery, bulldozers, excavators to their house while they are sleeping. Some of them, Amharas died in their house while sleeping. In their house, they were bulldozed. Let me finish, please. Don't stop me.
I'm not arguing with you, but you have to make. You see, when he's trying to change a country,
this is reality. This is what we should talk. This is African. This is an African podium. This is. Look,
let him talk. Let him talk.
The government
can you just
look, guys. The government has its own big media. Let me finish, guys. Don't stop me. Look, the government has its own big media, guys. Okay, so we as the opposition, we don't have big media, right? So these places like TikTok, places like Twitter, are the place where our true voices come out. So let's not stop it here. So the thing is, people were dying even in the capital of Addis. A guy, a famous guy who is known for selling books. He died in his house because the government came to his house, demolished the house on him while he was sleeping. Yes, and also there was yes, it's true. And there was a mom. Look, a mom. Let me finish. There was this mom. There was. Can you please drop down Arsenal because he's trying to silence the voice of.
No, can I just say a little bit?
Let me finish. Let me finish. I don't stop anyone. So look, there was a mom. And her infant son were in the house sleeping because let me finish this one. Look, this is reported by the BBC. There was a mom and her small kid, a 2-month-old kid, were sleeping in a house, and the house started to collapse. And she thought some natural disaster is happening, but the government bulldozers were pushing out her house, and she died in the house. Yes. This happened. For almost 40,000 Amharas were expelled, pushed out of the skirts of Addis Ababa in a week or two. Then, if you ask the government, why you do this? They say we are planting trees, we are growing grasses. So grasses have bigger price than human beings in Ethiopia, specifically the Amharas.
Amhara, because I'm going to report this on you. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I can't even share you the news. The news was the news was reported by the VOA. The news was reported by Ethiopian BBC. Yes, the Amharic BBC reported this. Let me finish. Look, guys, let me finish. Imagine. The attack of drones in Amhara civilians. This was reported by the BBC. Recently, maybe 4 or 5 days back, BBC reported in a year, there was 2,567 rape cases by Ethiopian army. And this, because like the woman went to the clinics, the health centers, and they report they were raped by the government soldiers. And yes, and the police didn't do anything, because if rape happens, even in a country, if a woman goes to a clinic and if she say I was raped, the police, the clinic will directly communicate with the police, and the police will start, the case, right? Seeing the case. Imagine there are more than 2,567 rape cases, and these cases were collected in 42 health centers, and there is no any police report in one of those 2,567 rape cases. Imagine
the whole Amhara.
The whole Amhara, yeah.
Or they are Amhara Oromo.
The police, the government controls most of the cities, right?
No, I'm saying the people with this case.
Amharas. Only Amharas. It happened
Only
in Amhara
Amharas.
region. Only Amharas. The funny thing is, it happened to girls at the age of 8 to age of 65. From the age of 8 to age of 65, you can check the BBC reports. And when the BBC reporters called to the Ethiopian National Defense Force office, they literally block their call.
Bro, those are Western
how many in total? How many are there?
2,567 rape cases.
When did they happen? When
it happened in the past year, from the end of 2023 up to the end of 2024. They happened in 1 year and maybe 2 months. So imagine, most of the women there. I can share you one of the stories.
Hey, 8 years old baby. 8.
8 years old. 8. A very young one.
Like this.
8. Yeah, 2 4s. Yeah. 4 plus 4. Yeah. It happened to those young kids. Imagine, the government is bombing churches. And do you expect the government not to rape an 80-year-old girl?
Oh,
the government is
now. Yeah. Oh my God.
So these people are trying to preach us peace while bombing us with thousands of dollars of Ethiopian money using drones. They are doing this mostly for the United Arab Emirates Arabs. Okay, now they are
working with
Arabs. Yeah, the United Arab Emirates, they don't have land. They don't have land to plow. Okay, so they are trying to steal the golds from Ethiopia. Ethiopia in the past 2 years exported maybe more than 10 times of its past 10 years gold exports, and every gold is exported to United Arab Emirates, and those golds exported to there are used to buy drones, weapons. The drones they are using, they buy it for more than $50,000. Just one of the bombs they buy one of the bomb, like one piece of the bomb, in like $50,000 just to kill kids.
Wow.
Just to kill kids. What? Imagine, just to kill kids, just to kill babies, just to kill priests. And
so right now, wait exactly, please let me get. You said Abiy Ahmed is working with Dubai. Huh?
Yes, Arabs. And now they are talking about we are Africans. We know who is abusing Africans. We know the Arabs are abusing Africans. They hate our skin color. And now they are playing, the Amharas have connection with Solomon. Yes, we have connections with King Solomon. He's in the Bible. He's in the Quran. So everybody likes him. Even Muslims like him. Christians like him. Because he's part of...
Amhara, are you confirming to me that the same Dubai that is creating genocide in Sudan is doing the same problem in Ethiopia?
Yes, exactly. Even Abiy is part of, the Ethiopian government is part of the Sudan genocide. He was sending troops, giving them army clothing, just like the Hemeti army.
No, let's not
genocide.
Listen.
The United Arab Emirates. Look, back in 2000, the end. Look, back in. Let me finish. Can you please mute him? Because truth is getting told.
Mute your mic, Arsenal.
Look, let me tell you, Let me tell you.
Sudan in this place, Sudan is
Ethiopian government is part of Sudan's chaos. Because Hemiti was invited in Ethiopia for a talk. He spent more than a week in Ethiopia's one of the expensive hotels in Ethiopia, having meetings. This was reported by the Ethiopian media.
Let me hear Amhara, please. Amhara, you said Abiy Ahmed invite Hemiti first.
Hemiti was in Ethiopia. He spent more than 5 days in one of the most expensive hotels in Ethiopia. Most of his representatives are still housed in Ethiopian biggest hotel, which is called Sheraton Addis. They talk, they do their plans from Ethiopia. Okay, sometimes the Ethiopian drones helped Hemiti when the Sudan army tried to push back the Hemiti. We know that. So, look.
Wait, Sudanese in the comment section. Oh my God.
Look, in Sudan's issue, United Arab Emirates is hugely involved, right? Just like that, Ethiopia. Look, please let me look before I go. Let me take only 30 seconds, and let me give you an assignment. Let me take 30 seconds, then I'll leave because I'm on rush. Let me give you one assignment. Just Google Abiy Ahmed Ali and UAE, and just Google the pictures, the image. The leaders of UAE and Abiy Ahmed Ali, it feels like they have romantic relationship, the way they hack. The UAE people always comes to Ethiopia. He always flies there. It's like in a month they have some meeting. So why are they meeting? Are they meeting like to do some to grow some grasses or plants? No, they are working to break East Africa, to break Sudan. They are committing genocide together. The Arab money and the Abiy Ahmed Ali muscle together, it is creating havoc in East Africa. So that's what's happening.
Amhara, I would love to have you as a guest on Monday because tomorrow I need to talk about South Sudan. But on Monday, I would love to talk. I want you to be my guest. Please, I will give you like 45 minutes to speak. Because I think everybody, and I'm going to announce this for all Sudan to come and hear. Because if Abiy Ahmed from Ethiopia is being part of the problem that Sudan is having, everybody needs to know. Because everybody is concerned about what is going on in Sudan and Ethiopia right now. So now we are having the connectivity from Ethiopia and Dubai with Hemiti collaborating together. And they are doing, the way they are dropping drone in Sudan is the way they are dropping drone in Ethiopia. They are removing people's parts in Sudan. And they are doing the same thing it's like Dubai give them the script of how they are going to do things. Because when I check the videos and pictures, they all look the same. Me, I don't used to sleep. I have too much headache because one is coming from Sudan, another one from Ethiopia, this one from South Sudan, bombing everywhere. The picture look the same. They are operating the same way. But I don't want to, when I hear, I don't want to believe. But now you are telling me that it's true that Abulolo, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia is part of Sudan problem. It's going to be hot. I don't think Oromo can save him this moment. If we find out that Abiy Ahmed is part of Sudan problem, Oromo cannot save him. I will go and do my investigation as we are speaking. Oromo will not be able to save him.
Will you be able to let me?
So one last thing before you go. Before I go, my fellow Ethiopian guy, the guy next to me, Ayana, just go in his profile and check what he was doing in the inauguration of the Grand Renaissance Dam. Okay? He was there. He was invited by Ethiopian big medias, okay? The government medias, explaining about how it is useful to wage another war against Eritrea, how it is useful to use this as an opportunity to strengthen the government. So this guy, down to you, is a government crony, and yet he's acting like a normal Ethiopian who has a political ideology, who has some say about Ethiopian politics. Just go to his profile and check who he is, okay? He just go in his profile and you'll find the truth. On Monday, I'll try to join you And when I come with facts. I will come with receipts. Okay? And you'll see all of the things what I have said now are true. And I'll be, speaking about the other untold stories about the issues in Wallega. In Wallega, he invited United Arab Emirates investors, and those investors went to the land where the Amharas are dwelling. Because of that, more than 900,000 Amharas were kicked out of that place. Genocide happened in that area. Thousands were killed. Thousands were burned. Like, they collect them in one time, they collect them for a meeting. 240 Amharas were in that meeting. They closed the doors and they burned them. 240 Amharas. They were with their kids. They were with their grandparents. They were in one place, and they were closed in, and they were banned. And they were banned. They aired that video, and after other people in that vicinity saw that video, they literally run for their life. That's how they kicked out the Amharas from Wallega. They kill you brutally. When they kill you brutally, the other people, when they see, they take video of you. When they kill you brutally, when they we cannot fight these people. They are evil, so we need to leave. That's how they gain control of most of the lands in Sudan. That's how they are gaining control of most of the lands in Ethiopia. So whatever you see in Ethiopia, in Addis, those flashy projects are very cheap. One is they are, putting grasses on the streets, planting some trees, cheap trees, and Christmas lights on the streets. Then people think, the Western media will think, oh, Ethiopia is growing because they are seeing some flashy lights of maybe $100 or $200, or some weed grasses, or some plants. But what they don't see is behind that flashy project, there are Amhara's blood spilled in every corner of Ethiopia. So the Amharas now, as we talk right now, there are more than 2.1 million Amharas internally displaced, which are recognized by the United Nations. Now, for example, the US aid was helping us. After the coming of Trump, US aid is stopped. Because of that, the Amharas are in a huge problem. Okay? The funny thing is, those people were like in refugee camps, and they were asked to pay tax. Imagine. They were kicked out of that area for like more than 4 or 5 years, and the government knocks the door in the UN camps, and it is asking them to pay taxes. It is really, really, really sad. Whatever you see in Sudan is happening in Ethiopia.
But
whatever you see in Sudan and Ethiopia is perpetrated one actor.
Do you know that whole Africa don't know what you are talking about? We are hearing this for the first time. We don't know nothing about this. All this problem you are saying.
Interesting how you're impressed by hearing something for the first time, and you don't even, you don't even bother to ask.
Because what I'm talking is the evilness no one can imagine.
And you're hearing it on TikTok for the first time.
No. Wait.
And from now on, I'll try to bring you some evidences. And please, you will start connecting what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in Somalia, what's happening in Ethiopia, and you'll find the big actor and the crony who is working so hard in committing those violences in Ethiopia, Sudan, and Somalia. And you'll find that person to be Abiy Ahmed Ali. Thank you.
Can I speak now?
Wait, Ayana. Ayana, wait. Wait. We hear a lot already. I'm going to listen to you, but I hear something like this before, that they invite some people in a meeting and they put fire on all of them. Please, comment section, is it true? I'm going to read about this. I'm going to make video about this one tomorrow, and on Monday I'm coming live again for Ethiopia. And I'm going to find out to see if we see Emeti picture with Ethiopia Prime Minister. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
He even brings Emeti. Can you bring a man called Save from the guest, please? because
I don't know how you guys do conversations. I have been quietly listening to a barrage of lies and propaganda, and I was muted the whole time for a reason.
We already know you're going to make a propaganda for your government, the genocidal government. We already know you're a spokesman for the government.
This is what happens.
You blah blah. We're not going to manipulate everyone here, okay?
What is she doing now? So, what do you like this? When someone else talks, when Amhara Aquila talks, I was quietly listening, even though all of them, almost indifferently, are lies.
Are you saying your government is not working with Hemeti? They don't have picture together. They don't invite them in Ethiopia.
Huh? Here's the thing.
Ayaha, please bring Panda. A man called Panda. He's going to show you an image.
Anyways,
evidence about Hemeti.
Okay.
Go on. If you have some.
I don't have an image, but what Amhara Aquila said. Basically, we have the document. Like you said, you will invite him on Monday. We'll bring all the document. Also, the burned bodies. We have all that document, and we have no problem showing you that, so that way you can speak for yourself. Because it's. But it happened in Walaga area, so you can imagine. Because I'm not even gonna say. I let you decide, okay? So I'm not going to take too much of your time. So on Monday, hopefully when you invite Amhara Aquila, I can actually come here as well and show you all the document. We could lay it out for you. So that way you have a better idea.
Will I be able to speak anytime today?
Okay, I just want to tell you that I was born in a very small village in Ethiopia. Can I speak, please, Ayana, for 2 seconds? And I'm going to leave, actually. I got to go as well. I was born in a very small village in Ethiopia. So those area, there was famine. So these group of people were taken from that area and a greener area. So they created a city near Walaga. And there's different cities. We'll show you an image, like a better way. So these same people, they were invited to the meeting, and they were burned alive. Okay.
Yeah. I think they
were burning them alive.
I don't know if there is.
No, but I'm just trying to show. Because she couldn't believe it. She was speechless. So I'm just letting you know it did happen. We'll bring all the document for you.
Well, when you bring some with it, please. Somebody was speaking. You came.
Well, I will. I actually no, because she obviously probably thought I have the document in hand. But I'd rather get it together for you. And obviously, in YouTube videos, we have news and so on and so forth. And by the way, it was not 500 people. I think the rape case, Amhara Aquila said it was 500 people. It's actually 2,600. We'll bring that as well for you. Yeah. I think he made a mistake on that number. Yeah, I just want to correct that.
I think you need to allow me time if you feel like.
No, I'll let you speak. I have no problem.
There's some.
Let us know.
If I'm talking to Aya, actually, I'm not talking to you. If she has some sense of justice, she should allow me to speak. Instead of being really highly impressed by.
It's not impressed. It's actually really sad. There's nothing to be impressed about this.
It's there's a lot sad about the whole situation, and
there isn't any. There's atrocity was committed. We can't deny them.
What is this about? I try to speak, and
what is this? A resume? We're not here to see a resume.
Okay. Everybody, calm down. Okay, I think tomorrow that's supposed to be South Sudan.
You're going to be. Let me tell you something. You're going to be used as a propaganda mouthpiece for people who have.
Insulting. Who's going to use Ayana? She's well educated and she knows everything. Okay.
I'm gonna give her a fair heads up because I'm not even able to speak in your room right now. I see how. There is this barrage. People are coming and interrupting the whole time. Nobody stops them. Look, mics are being opened.
I want you to know this. If I had said in Ethiopia,
I cannot actually speak. Amhara Aquila was here for 35 minutes speaking straight up.
Ayana.
I didn't open my mic. I was actually stopping the other guy who opened his mic. Right? I have facts, but I cannot speak in this room.
Okay, you can, if you want to come on, or if you want me to make you, to give a day for you to come and speak, I can do that. I don't have problem with you, Ayana. What I want is the truth.
I would love that. I would love that. On Monday, when you have that, I will bring all the facts to you and the relationship between Ethiopia and Sudan.
On Monday is going to be for Amhara Aquila. I don't know, Amhara quiz.
You can
but
have
if
it
you
like
want
that.
to come and speak as an Ethiopian, I will make a day for you. Other people will come and watch you.
Perfect.
You can speak.
Perfect.
Ethiopia is no problem.
Actually, Tuesday or another day, it's perfect. I want to see because here's the thing. Amhara Aquila started from lies, ended on lies. There are atrocities happening. I already mentioned this. There are problems from multiple sides. Please, this person is opening the mic. This is. There are atrocities happening from multiple sides. There need to be investigation. There needs to be peace. There needs to be cessation of hostility.
That is where we are investigating now. That is where we are.
Yes. No. Well. I think we were more about investigation and more about impressions, because I didn't hear any request for verification or
because even the people that believe in the government, they don't want to come and talk to us. It's the only Amhara who come and ask, please, we want to speak on what is going on. You people, you don't take us as human beings because you believe in a bigger platform than this. So that is why you see that if Amhara come and speak, they can speak because they call for it.
I go to all kinds of platforms, Aya. I don't know you, but I walked into this platform. I am respectfully muted. I'm not disrupting. I'm not disrespecting people. I go to bigger stages. I go to all stages. I don't have that kind of problem. The genocide, the UN genocide does not have a guideline. You are looking at the genocide guideline that I mentioned earlier. Wherever I speak, when I claim, I have to have support for my claim. I'm not here to propagate anyone's behalf. These are the two points for genocide. And if you go below that, it actually mentions who has the right to actually claim genocide, right? So these are the things. As a political statement, anybody can make them. Sudan and Ethiopia are neighbors. And Ethiopia's involvement in Sudan has been to create peace thus far. The Ethiopian government, even though we have these poor nations, has provided $16 million for aid to Sudan government. But what they are trying to, trick you into believing is that there is a certain pattern where Ethiopia and Sudan, some people were displaced and misplaced. That is a lie. The city building and the corridor project took people from shanties and gave them bathrooms and nice houses, and most of those houses were built in Addis Ababa. This is a lie. The relationship with UAE, he claimed that in Walaga that there was this land that they wanted to give to the UAE. You didn't even ask him. So, is there a UAE company, or are the UAEs, do they have their land? No. So it's a lie. These people would tell you lies with a straight face, and they think they can use your stage to propagate. The good news is the international community is well informed on who they are, what they do. These are the people a week ago who cut somebody's hands, and there is a video for it. I can send it to you. These are people who work with Amhara Aquila and the lady who was here. They literally, in broad daylight, amputated somebody. I think you need to be a little bit more disciplined. Amputated somebody. Can you hold your mic? Please control your emotions, ma'am. Please control your emotions, ma'am. Yes, yeah, you need to have better command of yourself. So these are the people who literally amputated. If what Amhara Aquila told you shocked you, I will send you a couple of videos of people's heads on sticks by the groups that these ladies and Amhara Aquila support. Couple of Oromos with their heads cut off and put on stick, and they videoed. These kinds of atrocities happen all over Ethiopia. Their group is part of, excuse me, ma'am, 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 what Amhara Aquila would say, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. You have to learn how to behave and how to interact with people. This is very uncivilized. So they tell you as if these are, their hands are clean, and these are the perpetrators of some of the most heinous crimes. The United States, after the end of the Tigray War, has actually mentioned the Ethiopian government's army as committing crimes, and the Amhara forces, which they support, to have committed the most crimes, including ethnic cleansing, which is the closest thing to genocide. Ethnic cleansing, crimes against humanity. They come out here as if these are farmers who picked up their gun to fight. That's not the truth. These are organized by external forces like Egypt and Eritrea, trained, some of them placed and planted in Wallaga to actually create the atrocity, record it, and fool the people into getting into war and conflict and creating more conflict in Ethiopia so that we don't become a stable nation. That is a flagship for African independence and unity, the Agenda 2063. These are the ones that are planted to actually submerge African independence and our fight against neocolonialism by others. And they want to use your stage and make, I think I see you're impressionable. I saw you were like very impressed with what they say. Please make sure that they provide you with sufficient evidence before you believe anything they say, because they lie out, they lie through their teeth day and night. It's a common occurrence in Ethiopian politics. They are known for lying. They make up things, they create fake problems, they announce things, but when the fact comes, evidence, video evidence is compiled for them being claimed as a terrorist organization because of what atrocities they actually do to Oromo people, to the Tigrayan people, and to the Amhara people. And their supporters come up here and talk as if they are supporting this holy cause, while they are making sure over 2 million people, students